you ready? It's the Round Table with me, Robert Bannon.
Well, better late than never. Hi, everybody. My name is Robert Bannon. It feels so weird to be here a half hour later, and it feels even more weird to not have a pre-show, but we made it. We made it for a special Mother's Day show. Hi, Christine. Hello, how are you? Everyone that's watching that got the message that we're late. It's a wonderful chat with Scott and his mom, Connie. It is a wonderful chat with Scott and his mom, Connie. And we did lattes. We are excused, thank you. As Darius, my fiance for 2 more weeks, said, we were getting our marriage license. We got our marriage license today and they ran late. So we finally got it. It was 6:55. His friends are at the restaurant. They're at the bar having a congratulatory shot. And I am here with you. I was like, I'm sorry, y'all, but I have a show. Scott Hoying and Connie Hoying are here. So we count down to our big old wedding, and I'm so excited you joined us. I missed you. I'm happy that you're here. We're celebrating moms, and it's a special mom show, which means it's time for a hot take.
It's smoking.
So we all have a mom, right? We all have a mom. Some of us are moms, and it's Mother's Day this Sunday, and our Hey Friend Hey is devoted to moms everywhere. So I'm very excited for people. Thank you. Speaking of moms, there is my mom right here. Thank you very much. We're excited. It was funny. It was cute. The teller was very cute about us. I'm very excited for us. I asked her, do you ever meet couples getting their license and you think like, oh, these people are not going to make it? And she said, yes, there's a lot of people that are not excited to get married. So I hope that that you all had a great week. That's for sure. Thank you, Marie. Yes, I would have, if I knew they were going to be so long, I would have told you all earlier that was going to be at 7:30, but we thought our 5:30 appointment would get us out of there within an hour for me to get home. But we waited. We were number like 22 people were ahead of us. So I'm excited you're all here. I know a lot of you are Pentatonix fans, and Scott Hoying and his mom are here, and it's a really great interview and a really great book. So my question for you in the hot take is, do you have a favorite mom memory? Do you have a favorite memory of your mom? Do you have a favorite memory of being a mom? Do you have a favorite memory of someone who is like a mom? Tell us, and let's celebrate all the amazing moms. We wouldn't be here without a mom in the world. So what is your favorite mom memory? Let's do it here this week. I have some things to tell you all sorts of about. So let's see if hey, my mom might even hit the button and join us. I don't know what's going to happen. If she can figure out how to hit it, she Rose Bannon may be here. Maybe I'm lying. I don't know. We'll see. Let's talk about your favorite mom memories. Then I know some of you are moms, and some of you maybe your mom's not here anymore, but I know that they're watching and they love you. And I know being a mom is the greatest gift and joy in the world. That's what my mom tells me all the time anyway, even if I think she's lying. And I'm really excited to celebrate moms today, this week. Here's our week in review. Let's hit it. So our week in review this week, we had what did we do this week? We did a lot of yard work, people. We did a lot of yard work in the house. Darius was outside in the yard doing all the things. He planted me 2 fruit trees. So this is my plum tree. This is my plum tree. And this is my apple tree. And they are starting to blossom. And we've been working very hard on the plum and apple tree. I used a lawnmower. I cut this. You see in the background, the grass is not cut. I cut the grass after I took that picture. It was my first time ever using a lawnmower. And I have some notes. So lawnmowers don't go backwards. They go forward. And then when you want to go in reverse, I start to pull the lawnmower back, but the wheels keep going forward and then dirt comes flying in the air. It is not as easy as you think, people, to cut the grass. And that's why it's so nice to have Darius here, because Darius, here he is. He made this flower bed himself in the front of the house. He took down an old bush and he planted, he put like plastic tarp and potting soil and topsoil and other things I don't know about. And he started our garden, and we worked on that on Sunday. And by we worked on that, I mean he worked on it, and occasionally I opened a bag of topsoil or potting soil. And it's really beautiful. I'm so grateful for him and the work that he does on the house. And we went, I tried to cook him dinner on Friday on the grill. So I took the grill. See, Latte says, I'd pay money to see you mow the lawn. I'm going to make him, next time I mow the lawn, I'm going to make Darius record us. I'm going to make Darius record us doing the lawn. That is funny. I think I got to make him do this. And Mom, if you click that button, see if it works. I don't know. Maybe she'll pop in here. I don't know. My mom, we're going to see if she's technologically can do it. She could do it. Don't you want to see my mother? Am I pressuring her to do this? Yes. See, my mom says, I don't know about the mower. See, we didn't have lawn. My dad owns a garden center. So we had people who gardened for us. Cat daddies say gardening, cooking, and singing. What can't Darius do is the question. That's why I'm going to marry him. That's why I'm going to marry him. He does everything. He just does it all. Mom, I sent you a link in your text message. Click that link in your text message and see if it works. So let's see. Maybe she'll come on here. Oh my God, Mom. So we had a good weekend. It was a good weekend, and this week has been good. I cooked him salmon and lobster tails on the barbecue. I tried to have a fancy dinner, but I overcooked the lobster tails a little bit. I overcooked them. So what? And then he took me out for Dairy Queen. This is my M&M Blizzard, and this is his strawberry cheesecake Blizzard. And it was the most delicious. See, I love ice cream. And I've been eating so much ice cream. And I have come to the conclusion that I don't like fancy ice cream. I don't need it with all the gook. I want vanilla ice cream with just one type of candy inside. One delicious, scrumptious, diddly-umptious candy. And then I just let them blend it over there at the Dairy Queen, and we have a big old party. So we had a fun Friday night. What is better than barbecue, Dairy Queen, and going to bed early? That is like literally what I've dreamed of my entire life, is a weekend like that. I've literally dreamed of having my person, eating ice cream, and taking a nap. And that's what we did this weekend. It's been very chill and quiet. And we've been trying to be chill and quiet as the craziness of the wedding is approaching within 2 weeks. So yes, he's a loving man and a man of all trades. That's right, Christine. So not much to say. What do you think? There's a new pope, right? That's something that happened this week. There's a new pope, an American pope from Chicago. Pope Leo, there he is. I thought the only pope in Chicago was her. Isn't that the last pope from Chicago? Maybe Michelle Obama. But this guy, this dude is the new pope. I hope he follows Pope Francis and he continues to be inclusive of people in the Catholic Church, because, we got to make sure and hope that we include everybody in church. And now, ladies and gentlemen, direct from Fort Lee, New Jersey, for the first time in a very long time, for this Mother's Day celebration, a co-host is here. My favorite mom memory is the one we're going to make right now. Rose Bannon is here. Are you here? Maybe she's missing. Maybe we lost connection. Are you there? She's frozen. My mother is frozen. She froze, people. See, I don't know how to cut the grass, and she doesn't know how. Where are you? I'm an orphan. Mom, you left. No. We're going to take Mom off, and we're going to bring Mom back in. Try again. She's coming on. We're going to get her to come on. We're getting her to come on today. So let's talk about the shameless. Oh, look at Diamond. Look at the baby girl. Isn't she doing good? She had surgery, a couple weeks ago, and she's hanging in there. She's hanging in there. Hi, Diamond girl. Oh, maybe Rose is coming back. She might be coming back. She's in the room, but there's no picture yet. We're going to get her. I don't care, people. I don't care that I'm a half hour late. My mom is making it on the round table for our Mother's Day episode. Let's go. This is why we should have had a rehearsal. Let's go to the shameless plug, shall we?
'Cause I'm shameless.
If I click her, does she come on? She's just spinning. You're just spinning round and round. Your Wi-Fi isn't connected enough. No, Rose. Mama Rose. She's in a black hole. We lost you. Well, thank you to everybody who watched last week. Who watched last week's show. We had such a great time with Oba Babatante. Oba was here live, and we loved Oba being here live. Oba sent me this message. She said, "How can I thank you for your kindness, generosity, and providing me with the opportunity to spend time with you and your huge audience? You truly are a blessing to us all. I wish you continued success and happiness. Continue to dream and give as you do. We support you, Oba." So sweet. Oba Babatante gave such a great chat, and a lot of people watched it, and then a lot of people watched the chat we did over the weekend with the new lead singer of Mace honoring Frankie Beverly. So thank you to everybody who's been out here watching the show and supporting the roundtable and watching it and listening to it on Spotify, the Broadway Podcast Network, and all of the things. Next week, what is this picture? Oh, yes. Adrian was on the Lortel Awards red carpet with Alaska and Candy Burris and Jay Ellis and Helen J. Shin from Maybe Happy Ending. And Olivia Washington, Denzel Washington's daughter, was with Adrian. You can watch that over on Broadway World, Broadway Podcast Network, wherever you get your podcasts. That's available. Tomorrow, we are just a technologically messy show tonight. What is going on with the Wi-Fi everywhere? It just booted me off. We have a really great chat tomorrow with the one and only, literally, Jeffrey Seller wrote a book, and Jeffrey Seller's book is all about him making Rent, making Avenue Q, making A Chorus Line, making Hamilton, and he will be here to tell us all about it on the Broadway World episode tomorrow. It's a not to miss, and he's from Detroit. Now I think she's here. Is she frozen again? Are you Oh, you're here. Mom, look at your hair.
I came outside because the Wi-Fi is not working in the house tonight. I don't know why. Hi,
Look,
everyone.
we look alike.
I know.
See it?
Congratulations. So excited for you.
Thank you. Happy early Mother's Day, Rose.
Thank you.
So do you
So
have a
good to-
moment? Do you have, oh, people, the Hi Mama Roses are coming in. They're coming in. Hi, Mom. They say you look fabulous.
Oh, God. So I have many special mom moments with you and many more to come.
And many more to come. And now you're a grandma.
Yes, I do.
You're a grandma. Maurice says happy Mother's Day, and happy Mother's Day back to you,
Happy
Maurice.
Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all of you. Thank
All
you.
of you. Even if you don't have babies, you are a mom to somebody, and you have a mom. So we all love that. Mom, I found this while we're talking about this, and you snuck on here for this Mother's Day episode. Happy Mother's Day. So here is Mom as a grandma. That's your granddaughter, Cora Rose, named after you, Rose.
I know. So
crazy.
sweet, right?
And here is Darius and you and I at Christmas. Where were your pajamas?
Yeah. It's funny. The sound. I'm sorry. I hope you could hear me. It's just
We hear you.
strange here. Yeah, now I could. Yeah. But you don't want to hold up your show. It's so fun. I love your show. You go.
Mom, they want to know, the cat daddies want to know, is that my mom or my sister? Isn't she look young? You're such a youngster.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even know if she'll tell you how old she is, but you won't believe her if you knew how old she is. She looks like she's 35 years old.
Yeah. 35 going on 70.
That's it. 35 going on 70, everybody. I wish everybody looked like her when they're 70 years old. Well, thank you for coming here. We love you. And it was the best surprise. I told people there was a surprise guest, and it's you.
I love you guys. Take care.
Love you, Mom. Thanks. Bye, Mom. So there you go. Mom is here. Mom popped in. So she's gonna be 70 years old. She looks amazing. So as we're talking about moms, that's my mom. That's Darius and me. And shout out to my mother-in-law. That's Mama Lewis right there. That's Darius and Darius's mom. And that's Darius's sister, Renee. Happy Mother's Day to Renee, to Mama Lewis. That's the nephews, Jamel and Jordan. And I'm so excited to be in the family, and love my family here in Detroit. Shout out to my grandmother, who's my grandmother, who here's Verge right here. That's Verge and my mom and me. Here's me and Verge right there. And her St. Patrick is my homeboy shirt, because she's a trip and a half and a good time. Oh, there's the mom right there. There's Mama Lewis. There's Mama Lewis. We just had Mama Lewis's picture up here from her birthday with her family. She's got her grandkids and her kids and all of that. So shout out to you, Mama Lewis. Happy early Mother's Day. And a big shout out to my godmother, my Aunt Fran, who's watching right now. This is an old picture of us, but that's Aunt Fran and me. So Aunt Fran is the type of person that when you're doing a show in Connecticut, I was doing Music Man in Connecticut. This is my favorite Aunt Fran story. I was doing a Music Man Connecticut show, and my family rented a bus, and 45 people drove to Sharon, Connecticut to see me in the Music Man. And my Aunt Fran packed everybody breakfast, bagels, and orange juice and coffee, and packed everybody sandwiches, Ziploc bag sandwiches she made. Everybody got one. Everybody got cookies. Everybody got soda. Everybody got juice. Aunt Fran will feed you and feed you and feed you. We love you, Aunt Fran. You are the best. Mom says happy Mother's Day to Mama Lewis. So cute. So cute. So that's my Aunt Fran story. And Verge, I have millions of Grandma Verge stories. Me and Grandma Verge used to see all these concerts together. Diana Ross, Engelbert Humperdinck, Johnny Mathis. And we would just sing, and we would have a good old grand time together. I sing a lot of the times because my grandmother loved it, and I sing all those Frank Sinatra songs because of her. So happy Mother's Day to everybody, and a big family Mother's Day to my sister-in-law. Is Christina's first Mother's Day, Mama to Cora Rose, and I'm so excited. She is a beast. She's amazing. She works. She takes care of her baby. She holds down that house. She is so fantastic for her very first Mother's Day. I love a mother. I love mothers. Look, my mother still looks the same. Look at us. That is her and my brother. Look, she looks exactly the same. But the hair, this is 1980s, exploded right there. Hello, 1980. 1980. That's it. Yeah, see, my aunt knows how to save money. She loves it. That's it. Everyone got a packed lunch. Pack a lunch and get on the bus. Go see the show. So I loved all of that. This week, like I said, Jeffrey Sellers is tomorrow. It's a really great interview with Jeffrey Sellers, he's the producer of Rent and of Hamilton. And we have a really great shows for you all month. Next week on the show, next Thursday, I will be on time. It will not be at 7:30. I pinky swear, I promise you, it will not be at 7:30. We have an R&B master class with platinum superstar John B. Yes, if you grew up in the Cat Daddies, you know it. If you grew up in the 90s and 2000s, my sister Renee knows it. You know John B. He's a platinum-selling, Grammy-nominated artist who did a lot of collaborations with Tupac, etc. He will be here. He has a brand new album. Plus Kevin Ross, who is a really fantastic young new singer who's got a #1 hit on the R&B charts. I saw him last year in Detroit. He will be here to have a grand old time with us all. So it's an R&B special. So if you want Broadway, check out the show on Broadway World tomorrow. And there's so many Broadway episodes of the podcast coming up. Adrian, who was on the red carpet, my cousin Adrian was on the red carpet for the Off-Broadway Awards. She is at a movie premiere tonight. She did the Janice Jam research for breast cancer Broadway event. She did Meet the Cheetah Rivera Award winner event. Adrian is on the red carpets holding it down. Plus, so many more Broadway stars are coming to the round table every week as well. So there's so much, plus a whole month full of Pride programming. David Archuleta will be here. Margaret Cho will be here. Who's the Bachelor? That Colton Underwood will be here. Peppermint will be here. There's so And so then I asked about Nikki Blonsky on my Instagram because I saw that Nikki Blonsky of Hairspray and of Cameo fame and TikTok fame might do an interview here. And you all, most people said they want to see her on the show. 2 people said no, but most people said yes. So Nikki Blonsky is going to come to the round table as well, which will be a very entertaining Nikki Blonsky. David Archuleta is a new, yes, and he's got a new song called Creme Brulee, and he's going to be whooping it up, and he'll be here in the month of June. So it will be he's living it up. He retransformed himself and is doing it up. So we're really excited about all of that. I don't have anything else for you except a really great interview, like a really, really great interview. And I really thank you all for spending some time and waiting for me and being late, because I was late as could be today. But I made it. We're here. You're here. And I'm excited. And you guys have followed me. You know, it's amazing this year, in all sincerity. It is May 8th. We have been doing this show for 149 episodes on Thursday. And I did an interview this week with a podcast called Built for the Stage, where I was the guest. And he asked me about this show and how many episodes we do. And I'm always embarrassed because I counted for him, I've done 712 shows on YouTube, 500 shows on the Broadway Podcast Network, and 149 Thursday nights that we've spent together. And our numbers this year have succeeded last year already in May. And that's because you all keep telling your friends, commenting in this page. When I wake up and I see Marie and Christine and now Mama Lewis, people, the cat daddies and Janelle, people writing messages and telling me they watched the interviews, including the ones that are not on Thursday, the ones that are up every day. It has helped our page so much to gain new viewers and new subscribers. We're about to hit 8,000 subscribers on our YouTube page. And I'm so grateful for you, because the people that hold this show down, and I shout you all out on the interview for Built for the Stage, you hold this show down every week. You are truly an army of people who will go out to bat for me. And this show just continues to get bigger, and it's thanks to you. I don't know how to repay you other than to pay you, and I have no money. So what I can do is say thank you, and I appreciate you, and I never take this for granted. And that's why I could be eating a cheeseburger and kikiing it up, but you are my friends, you are my people, and I needed to be here with you because it means the world to me, and I just love and appreciate you all. So on this week and every week, I thank you. Next week, 150 shows, R&B, whooping it up on the R&B show. So I'll have a lot more to tell you about next week as well. I was really excited when Ken Phillips, who's a publicist who we work with, told me that he was going to represent Connie Hoying, Scott Hoying's mother. And they wrote a book about Scott's journey. I was like, can Connie come on the show? Not only did he get Connie to come on the show, he got Connie and he got Scott to come on the show. Oh, thank you, Marie. Marie says, that's so sweet, but we appreciate and love the content that you put out week after week. It's been a total pleasure. That means the world. Thank you. So it makes me smile when I wake up and I see Marie's comments on YouTube. I appreciate it. And the cat daddies, and like, I don't know how you watch all of this. It's amazing that you watch every day. And they say to me like, hey, I love this interview. Hey, I love that interview. You all are the best. So Scott Hoying is the lead singer of Pentatonix. They've sold millions of albums. I read the entire book in one day. I loved the book. If you have kids, if you're a mom, if you have sons, if you've been through a journey about accepting kids or trying to figure out who they are, or if you want to know what it's like to be the mom of a multi-platinum superstar, because he travels the world and writes shows and they have other children. And how did she juggle it all? What advice would she give to you? This book was really great. So thank you, Ken Phillips. Thank you to Connie Hoying. Thank you to Scott Hoying for making the time in LA to do the show. And, you know, Darius loves Pentatonix. Like, loves Pentatonix. Oh my gosh, Lattes, are you okay? Lattes doesn't feel well. Please be careful. Tell us you're okay. We're sending you lots of love and prayers. And see, the cat daddies, they consume all the they watch the stuff that I think nobody's going to watch. So thank you. I appreciate it. So it means the world to me. So much. So I got a good one for you. This is a good one. The Thursday shows get better and better. This is a special chat with a special family, and I hope you see a little bit of love and joy and their journey. Yeah, the Hoyings are here. Take a peek. Well, everybody, I have something for you. I'm a sucker for moms. I'm such a sucker for moms. My mom, Rose Bannon, is out there somewhere. And let me tell you, this story resonated with me. I got a copy of the book. I read the whole book in a day. I made pages of notes. I'm not that professional. I've never had a note before, but there's so many things. Oh, Mama Hoying, I have so many notes to share. And Scott, your voice is in my house. I get married on 5/25/25, which is not 7/7/7, but close. And my fiance is obsessed with Pentatonix. He can do all 5 parts of Hallelujah. I swear to God. So Darius, this one's for you. I don't have to buy you a wedding gift. I got Scott Hoying here. That's what we got. And the book is here. And Mama Hoying, Connie Hoying is here. And Scott, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I don't think we hear you, Scott. I'm sorry. No worries. Hi, Connie.
Hi. So nice to meet you.
Test.
Yes, we're here.
Yay, I'm so sorry. Wow.
We'll start that over again. You're here.
Hello. How's it going? First of all, congrats on getting engaged. And
Yes.
getting married. I'm obsessed with that.
Well,
and thanks for that intro.
Lauren Allred is singing in Washington, D.C. See, we were going to steal your whole wedding, Scott. I was going to get the white suits. I was going to get Lauren to sing. We were just going to take you and put it on your credit card, too. And then we were just going to. And then she's booked. But congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It was a beautiful day.
Connie, you wrote this book about your son and your daughters and your grandchildren and your husband and the whole journey. Who came up with the idea, and were there things that were off limits?
Well, I came up with it, but it's because so many people asked me to. They were like, what'd you do to help Scott, achieve his dream? How'd you raise such 3 successful children? Who's a musician in your family? Why don't you write your story, write a book? And they, over 10-year time, they just kept saying that. And I never thought I could, because it's a huge undertaking. It is a big thing. And this is kind of my first time. And actually we got the book today or yesterday. But so I didn't think I could, but I don't know, just after Scott got married, I was retired, and I started thinking, you know what, maybe I do have a story to tell. I mean, I felt like there was a lot of interesting things that have happened in our life. And I felt like maybe I could be informative on a lot of different things.
If anyone's a dramaturg of the Scott Hoying lore, it's going to be my mother.
Yes.
You give so many details in the book that are amazing. And the journey, I mean, Scott's journey, obviously, Scott, your journey is insane. Your sisters are both one in the military or around the world, one of them being also a performer. Like you and Connie, you give them all time and tell the story about how you raised them all and moving, and your husband. Is it surreal to go back in time and start back as an early mom and see them now all grown up?
Yes. And writing the book, it was, I looked at a million videos, looked at a million pictures, because I really wanted to get it chronological and not miss anything. And it was just, I sometimes writing, just being in tears, seeing pictures that I was trying to pick pictures for the book, and I'd start crying. I mean, it was very emotional. Seeing them now, all 3 of them, they're so successful. I'm so proud of them. Their dad and I both are just, and we had this thing through the years called PPMs, Proud Parent Moments. So whenever they, it could be getting an A on a test, or singing in front of, 15,000 people, or winning a Grammy, or, getting an award in the military. And it was like PPM. It was like PPM, and we'd always say, thank you for another PPM.
Mhm.
Oh, so Scott, when your mom told you this, Scott's written books. He has 2 books, people. He has books out, right, that you can get as well. You can get the whole Hoying Reading Rainbow collection.
Yeah, we got a library.
What was it like when your mom said, "I'm writing a book about you"?
I was so excited for her to write a book in general, and then like it was well, one, I was nervous that it was about me. I was like, what details are you giving, Mom?
That's what I'm saying.
um, but I was excited. I mean, like every day, like my mom would call me and be like, okay, I interviewed your friend and I'm just so excited. I'm going to tell this story. Do you remember this? Do you remember how you felt? Like, and it was so cool just to see like this, like, just like fire in her. And she was just obsessed. And that's like how I become when I get excited about a project. It's all I can think about. I get into a hyper focus and I'm like, I'm going to work on this every day. Like recently I decided I wanted to learn how to dance. And now I dance every night for hours until I'm pro level. I'm not stopping. Like I feel, and I like to see that. And my mom with this book, it was like cool to see like, oh, that's where I get that like fiery passion from. And it was just really inspiring too.
Well, Connie, if you and your husband rubbed off on your kids, I mean, at the moment, Scott's got like, he's writing like 4 Broadway shows. He's written like 7,000 songs and he's dancing. He's part of like managing his own groups now. Now he's a manager. Your family keeps busy, Connie.
Yes, we do. And I will say, when he was saying all that, he had a lot to do with the inspiration for me too, to write this book, because he is not afraid of anything. He just goes for it, write a musical. Okay. And he just does it, be in a movie. Okay. I mean, he really goes for it. And I think that had a lot to do with me being inspired to do it.
It's a chicken and the egg thing. It's just, I feel like as humans, we're so creative and we're capable of being so creative, and everyone has that creative bug in them that like, and like creative projects seem so daunting. And then once you start them and you get through that kind of tough part, like the like obsession and the excitement and the vision coming to life is like really a huge part of life. And like, I'm obsessed.
Mm-hmm. It is. And the love that you all have for one another and your mom has for you all. I really loved the old stories. I loved the Abraham Lincoln connection. I loved the great-great-grandma connection. And when you talk about how great thou art, I mean, that song plays in every car ride. And Jennifer Hudson and Pentatonix and the version. And some of the songs that you have done, Scott, and you have done with your group and on your own, I got to see some of the lineage and the history in your family. Like some of these songs, you are a musical family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, finding out about my great or just great grandma Bob,
great,
and how she was like a woman liber in saloons touring the world. I was like, that is so cool.
Yeah, and Scott was she was a jazz pianist, put a band together, traveled the United States in the early 1900s, and Scott was a jazz pianist in his high school, and my mom was in musicals and gospel, big, powerful. Scott, not only in him, he's writing them. I mean, so to me, there was just such a genetic connection, as well as environmental, because their dad was so creative and he gave him a love of music. I mean, he was just always, giving him a love of music. And we had karaoke. We had, music wrapped, we were just wrapped up in music, and the kids were, but yeah.
Yes. People, he can play instruments. He chooses to sing a cappella. He can play them.
Yeah.
There is instruments. There is music.
Senses with a cappella. You don't have to lug a piano everywhere.
I get it. It makes sense for sure. I love learning some of the history about y'all. You picked the name Scott for him. You thought it was a good athletic name. And
the story is a wild.
So some crazy.
I love this story. Well, first of all, my grandfather's name is Leo. My sister's names are Lindsay Lauren. So my mom was planning on naming me Leo for the whole pregnancy. One of my favorite names ever. It would have been perfect. Day of, she has the baby. She's like, wait, Scott.
And Scott is born.
And everyone was like, what? Where'd that come from? She's like, I don't know. It sounds athletic. I like it. We're switching the name.
It stuck, and now it's stuck.
But I honestly, I applaud the following your gut instinct in the moment.
And it works. And while we're talking about Scott, we can follow Scott as well. And your solo music and your work and the song for, listen, people, getting married. I've boohoo cried about your song, thinking about my wedding a lot, and what you've written and what you've done. So follow Scott. Of course, we can go to the website and find out more all the information about Pentatonix while we're talking. And then you could go to conniehoying.com to order the book or get the book wherever books are sold. So if it's Amazon or Barnes & Noble or wherever, you guys are going to do a book tour. Like, there's a whole lot of information you could find, and on Instagram as well, for all of this. Connie, I know in the book, a lot of people ask you advice now. And I know that learning about the journey, Scott I felt very relatable. My parents I went to Juilliard. My parents had never known New York City. No, that's not fancy. There's zero Grammys and 0 million records sold over here. And I didn't graduate. So you didn't finish USC and I didn't finish Juilliard. So there we go. Kudos to us. Connie, people ask you, but you really tell an amazing story where reality television and the Idol stories and The Voice and Star Search and the heartbreak and disappointment that goes into being in show business at a young age with it. What did you learn through this? You had I'm sure there were days where the kids were upset or it was hard. It was a grind and you had to keep them all together.
Yes. Just saying pretty much they're stupid. They don't know what they're doing. But
never called them stupid. She just would say they're lost. Like, they're lost. Like, right. They're amazing.
They don't get it. But no, I feel like, I hope we just assured him that, American Idol in the last cut, doesn't make a difference. You keep doing you. We saw Scott's talent. A lot of people saw Scott's talent. And so, I feel like we just kind of kept encouraging him and that's, gave him resilience and I can do this. And,
never made it heavy. Like, it never felt heavy when it would happen. You'd be like, all right, well, there's an audition for The Voice next week. Like it was always like on to the next, like you keep going till you get it. And like, y'all also explained to me, I remember at a young age, y'all explained to me, like, there's a lot that goes into these shows. They like are building a story around different characters. And like, it's more than just singing and like, you just keep going and then you'll find the break, but you have to just keep going. I just remember that. And so I was never like, I am not good and my self-worth is lower because I'm not making this and that. I think that was a really good, valuable lesson.
Yeah. And it's interesting you say that because that was a goal. We didn't want him to be down on himself because some random,
they're making a TV show. And it's like,
yeah, right.
Well, what I learned about you, Scott, that I didn't know is many of us think we know you from the Sing-Off and we know you from Pentatonix and then everything that's happened since then. But you were working like you were doing from Barney to Radio Disney to singing everywhere for many years. But then, and you decide to go to college and then you decide, and your mom writes about it very eloquently in the book about fate. Like so many things had to happen for this trajectory to happen the way that it happened. You all coming together as a group and the way that it worked for television. And then even the journey after that with record deals and putting out music. How much of it do you sit back and think about the divine, fate, universe intervening to make this all happen?
Oh my gosh. I'm like a really big believer in flow and just like following your gut instinct and like always doing the thing that you really, really like and that feels right, being around the people that feel right and just like trusting that things will work out. And like, it is wild the road you take when that happens, when you don't try to control too much. I think like there's obviously names for it, like it could be called faith or trust or flow or anything, the divine. But I'm like, it's really, really wild, the planets that had to align, like going to USC and everything was, that's another big thing that I like really, really believe in is that every single thing is worth your time. Like you could spend 5 years learning how to play the bassoon and then never ever do a gig or be hired to do it. But like what you learn from that and the people you meet and the lessons you learn and even like you being present, like and having to exercise your brain to learn it will apply in all the other parts of your life. And I think every single gig and every single voice lesson, everything I did that like academics, all of it that like got me into USC and then like social skills I learned from this and like the work ethic I learned from this, like it just all kind of came together and just like manifested this life.
And the rest is literally history. Connie, for you to be there, I can't call her Connie, Scott. I feel like I got to call her Mama Hoying or Miss Hoying. I
Oh my God,
can't.
I love that. I love Mama Hoying.
Mama Hoying,
lot of
you got
people.
to sit there. You were back and forth to LA throughout the reality show. You've gone to countless concerts. I mean, you're a celebrity in Japan. You go to Japan, people are taking your selfie out in the crowd, so to sit front row next to your family and to experience this together, I'm sure you're excited, thrilled. It must be scary at points. It's got to be all the things for you as a mom.
Yes, I mean, especially in the last few years, because they're, arenas and walking in and seeing just thousands, 10,000, 15,000. I think you've been up to 20. I mean, there's nothing like it. I mean, it's just unbelievable. And to sit there and watch him on stage, sometimes he gives me a glance, and I'm like, oh my God, that, he's, so yeah, it's just amazing. It's tremendous to see, because I know it goes back. I know everything. That's why, like, during the sing-off, when we're waiting to hear who won, I'm thinking all the things he did to get there. And I just felt like I just wanted him to win, just, so he knew that it was all worth it. And I don't know, but watching him on stage is a treat for me and a lot of people. I mean, I know people have gone to 50 of their concerts, and so.
And you're like, well, I've been to 100.
That's right. I was at the very first one in the living room. That's the fact.
Yeah.
Scott, you guys have balance. I know how close you are to your family. I know how close you are your husband's family as well, and then you have your musical family within the group. I mean, we could talk about the group, and I mean, you celebrate Christmas with all of us all the time, every year, everybody around the world. When I see Scott, I just want to go bum ba dum bum 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 bum. That's I just see it. I just hear it. It just hits my. But you also balance all of these worlds. So how have you worked on that through the years that you've balanced your family, your in-laws, your musical family, friends? You have it's got to be a busy schedule.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's definitely a busy schedule, but I really do. It's very energizing. Like I am very grateful to have really wonderful, beautiful people in my life. And so for instance, it's so fun to go home for Christmas to my family, and we make a TikTok and we talk about memories and we sing, and it's just so joyous and wonderful. And then I'll go to Seattle with Mark's family, which is a totally different vibe in another beautiful, positive way. It's karaoke, but we also do TikToks, and everyone cooks a meal, and it's this really vibrant, high energy, Filipino culture. And so it's all very energizing people in my life. And so I'm really grateful for that.
And I'm sure they feel the same about you. You probably wrote 3 songs while we were talking. I mean, that's what goes on.
Yeah.
So, Mama Hoying, for you, one of the most emotional chapters, I'm sure, and one that really resonated with me was the coming out chapter about Scott coming out to you, and then the kind of journey. I know there's no instruction manual how to handle that, and I think you did a pretty darn good job, and I love your son through and through. And I feel the same way about my mom. So tell us about it. How was it to write that and go back and revisit that part of your life together?
Well, it was emotional mainly because, things I had forgotten, I mean, all came back to me, like going out with Scott to a gay club and meeting his friends and hearing their stories, which weren't as happy as Scott's. Going to a movie called Love, Simon. I felt like you could take Scott and insert him in the lead role, and what the kid went through, in the movie, just the turmoil, and that made me sad because Scott, went through it alone. He, we didn't know till it was almost 18 years. He was 17 years old, and so reliving all of that did make me very emotional. It really did.
Yeah, Scott, I know that at times you talk about there were times where you thought you were never coming out, you would never find a partner, love, a relationship, and you talked to your mom about that. What was it like for you to read this part of the book and relive that? I know so many people look to you as a role model now to find love and to live their true life.
I was really, really emotional. I was like bawling reading it just because, one, I'm just like in a place in life where I'm more grateful than ever. I feel really present, and I'm really understanding of how special it is that I got such unconditional love and support in that really, really hard moment. And I think that those years that I did feel alone, and like I was like, because I was committed to the cause. I was like, I'll stay in the closet forever. That's my plan. And like, I just like, and I didn't really have a lot to look. I didn't have like guidance or like in the media anywhere. So I was just like really lost. And that's why I'm just like really grateful that that moment in the car happened where I just like came out to my mom. And then that was like the floodgates. And I like came out to more people and came out to more people. And I'm just like really grateful for how it went down. And I've now just like, it's such a big mission of mine to just like show my love as much as possible and be as visibly queer. And like, I'm just like so proud of you, Mom, for like telling this story and helping guide parents who might feel lost on how to handle the situation. And your North Star has always been like love and support and wanting to understand and empathy, which this world could use more of. And like, I think you're going to inspire a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, and I'm very proud of Scott because I've been with him when young men come up to him, no matter, I mean, different cities, LA, New York, Dallas, you know, and where young men say, just thank him, you know, for giving them hope, and their tears streaming. And I'm a mess, you know, but so proud of him, you know, that he's helping a lot of young men and women. But I just feel like what he and Mark represent and their love. I mean, and Mark, I mean, you don't get I mean, he's incredible. He is love. I mean, he really is.
Yeah.
And so I'm just so glad that people are seeing him and Mark and giving them hope. And Scott always ends it. It seems, I say it in the book, you can thrive. What's that saying you always say? You can
be queer and thrive. I don't know. I'm not sure. You can be gay and thrive. You can be queer and thrive. Like it doesn't have to affect your career. And yeah, authenticity is what makes you thrive.
Yes.
Yes.
And so many people try to stop you from that. And if you read the book, you'll see that from record companies who've turned them down to people who have come back with their tail between their legs, regretting decisions, to being able to live authentically themselves and following their own heart. And you learned that from somewhere. And it's got to be a big part thanks to this lady right here. That's for sure. This lady right here. I'm telling you, this Mother's Day, this is airing for our Mother's Day special episode. And there's nothing better for you to send to your mom or read to be inspired, or a parent or someone who raised you, than this book. Because even if you don't have a kid in show business, even if you don't have a beautiful queer baby like my mom did, and like you may have, there's something in this for everybody, or fans out there. The Untold Story of Scott Hoying, Pentatonix star, is out. My son's journey to find harmony and music in life. We can go online, we can follow wherever, and follow Scott's page. Go to ConnieHoying.com, go to Connie Hoying on Instagram, go to Pentatonixofficial.com. I have an embarrassing confession to make. I've never been to a Pentatonix concert.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing. You get to experience it for the first time.
Yes.
I'm so ready.
This girl, literally any show, let me know.
Listen, I'm in Detroit now, and you were in Grand Rapids the other day, and it was a school night, so I couldn't get to Grand Rapids last tour. When you're in Detroit, when you're in New York, I'm taking the husband, and we are going to show out.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, great.
And hopefully, I hope that whatever concert you go to, my husband and I will be there, and we'll say hi.
I'm ready. I'm so excited. We are such fans of both. Scott, we are such huge fans of yours and all you do. And now I'm such a fan. I'm a bigger fan. I'm a fan of your mom because she is.
That's amazing. I'm a fan of you. That was such a wonderful interview and such great questions. And the fact you read the whole book, and you're just a sunshine ray of light.
Well, thank you. Back at you. Thank you so much for being here. God bless you both. And I wish you all the best, and get the book, everybody. Thank you again. It's an
Yeah.
honor.
Yeah.
Thank you.
How much do you love them? Hello, Pentatonix stands that are in here. Hey, Sabrina, Sarah, Carly. Hey. All right, you all can come for me. I see you all coming for me. I see you. Come on. Carly says, come on, Bob. And Sarah, I will come with you to the New York show. Front row dibs, front row. I love you all for being. Look, Sabrina was appalled. Sarah said, you need to go. Carly said, what? Oh, we love Pentatonix. My house loves Pentatonix. Like, they love Pentatonix over here. And I love Scott and I love Connie. And thank you all for these comments. I'm looking back. I see a bunch. My mother-in-law, who is here, says, I think Darius was channeling Scott when he sings, and he even had us singing like the group during Christmas as best as we could. We were weak, but we were hitting those notes. We sing Darius does all 4 parts in this house all the time. We sing Pentatonix, not just Christmas, the other albums, everything. And he does look a lot like his mom. He does. Hello, Sabrina in Texas. Thank you for being here. I know some of you are driving to Texas. Got a book as a carry-on, got your book ready for the pen. There is a signing in Dallas, Texas. I'm assuming that's where you're all going. Scott and Connie will be in Dallas, Texas, signing books, taking pictures. And there are other events as well that are going on. The Cat Daddies say where Pentatonix stands up in here. We sure are. He is a workaholic. He is writing Broadway musicals and other music as well. See, Carly liked Barney and Pentatonix. Pentaholics, as you all call it. That's cute. That's cute. Christine says, I'm only hearing one word spoken every 3 to 5 seconds. Oh no, what happened? You lost our connection. I'm so sorry. Sarah says we stand Mama Hoying and they love Connie. Oh, so you've been to 77 shows and 52 shows? Sarah says that Sabrina is a slacker. So what am I? A deadbeat. Oh, the Cat Daddies say Carol of the Bells. Carol of the Bells is a good one. Carly's only been to 40. I need to get my life together. I need to get my life together. And hello, Carly's mom. How you doing, Carly's mom? Nice to meet you. Thank you all for being here. My pleasure. Back at you. And we're here every single Thursday with all different sorts of stuff. So if you're musical people, look, they flew to Dallas for the event tomorrow. I love it. Marie, you would love this book. As a mom, you would love this book. You would get so much out of this book. I highly, highly recommend the book. It's fantastic. It's great. And they're doing a meet and greet at Barnes & Noble tomorrow in Dallas. So there is a meet and greet. Look, hello, Pentatonix Weekly News. Thank you so much for being here. We're so excited. I can't wait to go to my first Pentatonix concert. When I go to my first Pentatonix concert, will you all be there? Please? Come on. Look, they're all in Texas, from Florida, from Wisconsin. You're my neighbor in Detroit. Hello, Wisconsin. From Boston. They all flew to Dallas to be there for Connie and Scott Hoying signing tomorrow. So will you tell us about it? Will you tag us, please, at Robert M. Bannon? If you want to follow me on social media, you can go to follow me. It's and we'll stay up to date so that we can see. I'll post your pictures next week of what your pictures look like with Scott and Connie on the roundtable next Thursday. Follow me at Robert M. Bannon, wherever you are going to be. We will be here every single week. We'll have more Pentatonix fun. We'll have more music fun. We have a big giant Pride Month of shows in June. David Archuleta will be here. He opened for Pentatonix for a lot of shows, and a lot of other stuff is coming on here. I really loved this conversation. Personally, the book meant a lot to me. Connie has been so sweet post the interview. Scott was very sweet today, posting on our posts about it. And I really look forward to all of the amazing things that they do. See, you'll have to come back for Archie. You'll have to come back for Archie. We're going to talk about creme brulee. Oh, so you got to be back. Come on back. Yes, last summer they Archie opened for them, and Lauren Allred, who's going to be on this show soon too. So shout out to them. I love you all so much for being here. To my mom and to my mother-in-law, to Mama Lewis, to all the moms that watch the show out here tonight, I wish you all the most incredible Mother's Day. I love you all, the moms in my life, my godmother, my Aunt Fran, my grandmother who's watching right now. Hi, Verge. To everybody out here, I wish you all the best Mother's Day. I love you all. Thank you all to all the moms, to all the moms that are watching, to Judy out here, who's Christine's mom, to all the moms that are here. We really, really love you and appreciate you. Love a mother down, because we wouldn't, what would the world be without beautiful mothers to be there for all of us all? And look, Cat Daddy say these Pentatonix fans are rivaling the Claymates that were here a few weeks ago. Clay's fans are serious too. Clay can have some serious fans when Clay was here. You Pentatonix fans, woo, 77 shows. My goodness. Yes, reread the book, Carly. And you're much thanks back to you, Sarah and Sabrina. Man, I wish one day my mom wrote a book about me. I'd be scared because God knows what she'd say, but it'd be probably entertaining. Can you imagine if your mom wrote a book about raising you? Would she talk about when I dropped out of college twice? Probably. You are serious. I see you. They don't play. So thank you all for being here. I look forward to seeing you. Please listen to us. We'll be on the Yes, come on. We'll be on the Broadway Podcast Network. This interview will be on the Broadway Podcast Network tomorrow. Make sure you send it to somebody who's interested and loves Pentatonix, BroadwayPodcastNetwork.com, and on Spotify, and wherever it is told. We have the incredible Jeffrey Steller on Broadway World tomorrow. He talks about Hamilton, Rent, and growing up in Detroit and becoming the biggest producer on Broadway. And next week, it's an R&B special with John B. and Kevin Ross. There is more good than there is bad. There is more love than there is sadness. And there is more joy than there is hate. Be the joy in the world today. Spread some love. Spread some joy. Listen to some good Pentatonix or Scott Hoying music. Dance in your living room. Have a good old time, because the world is crazy. And what we need is love. I love you for being here. I love you for watching. Until next time, the best is always yet to come. I appreciate you. And I thank you so much for being here. I'll see you again next week. God bless you. Thank you all. Bye, everybody.